Нихуя себе.
So there's something going on in the background there.
И такое бывает.
Jesus. How lucky. Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. We are back with the 3rd Assault Brigade doing some amazing stuff in the district and area of Avdivvka over in Ukraine. Some great GoPro footage here. Looking forward to getting into this one. Check out the original video in the description, and as always, please like, share and subscribe and comment below with what your thoughts are. But let's get into it.
Посадку, рюкзак взял, посадку.
So as we see there in the previous video, they've dismounted from some sort of vehicle. Once again, if you're in the back of these vehicles, you're getting into the unknown. You don't know what you're really getting out into. Yeah, you may have done a map recce. If you haven't been in the area, you don't really know. So you've just got to get out, provide security, and then basically just go on from there. And if you're in contact, it's even scarier. You've got to have some courage and balls to get out the back of one of them.
О, нихуя себе.
So there's something going on in the background there.
И такое бывает.
Jesus. How lucky is he? So most probably a mortar, some sort of indirect fire has literally just landed right in front of him. Have a look at this. There you go. Insane. And they, just from the off, they didn't look like they panicked too much. I think because of the soft ground, they're extremely lucky. It took up a lot of the explosion and the force and any sort of shrapnel. Anyone who's been in and around sort of IDF, the sound is deafening sometimes, and it's a very eerie sound as well. But the 3rd Assault Brigade, no strangers to any of this. They sort of just get on with it and crack on. Let's see what they do. Straight into cover, carrying out his SOPs. So I mean, got down, got into cover, and then they're going to regroup and move on from there. Like, these guys, highly skilled.
Приблизно азімут 210 на 190. Як прийняв? Дякую. Зараз затягнемо його нахуй.
Попиздавал.
So now having to navigate through some pretty tricky terrain now with obviously all the obstacles from the destruction. IDF going off.
Єба! Ти бачиш, яку їбало? Братан, по нас пізда, який бачить 120. Ох і хуярить. Бритва, я Федя, нас срисували. Это по нам работают.
Coming from sort of an artillery background, that IDF, pretty accurate. Unlike the Swedish Archer, which is sort of like a artillery sniper, mortars and majority of artillery is an area weapon. So you're going to get some sort of spread. So you're not really going to hit bang on the target first time. You're going to hit in and around the target. There's a little sheath and it's basically going to land in that of a couple of 100 meters, 100 meters. So it's an area weapon. It's more shrapnel and force that is going to take out sort of ground troops. So that is pretty accurate. And these guys are having to navigate through pretty hard obstacles. Majority of the buildings have been destroyed. You've got rubble everywhere. It's not like you're just running across flat ground. You could easily twist an ankle, fall over. It's tough, and especially when you're getting IDF'd as well.
Плюс є нахуй, яке маркування? Тут нахуй міномет піздує, що йобне.
Давайте, парні, на виход.
Давай.
Давайте, швидше, готові? Рух. Заєбісь, пацани, зараз ми вас тут візьмемо. Коротше, план такий. Ми зараз будемо штурмувати ту вулицю. В'їбу прямо цей дом другий. Після мого вистріла кулеметник буде десь звідси, треба тут вас знайти точку. Все, займайте тут позицію. Я їбашу термобаром. Ночному даю команду, він починає працювати пулеметом. В це время стартує штурмова група. Так, пошли, я вам зараз покажу, куди вам бігти.
So he's obviously delivering a pretty decent set of QBOs here, quick battle orders to make sure everyone knows what they're doing when they're going to be moving forward and assaulting. This guy's remaining calm no matter what's going on around him. The guys are listening. They know what they're doing.
То пробіжіть до цього будинку і під стінками займіть укриття. Даже вас дрон спалив, ви зашились, переждали обстріл, погнали далі.
Як прийняли.
Сука, точний. Не сси, блядь. Йоп твою мать. 220-ки обісрався. Щас, давайте команду. Щас ми оцим хуєм, як запалим підаров. Дякую підарасам, які були, блядь, на Бахмуті. За такі подарунки, які вони нам подарили. Щас ми ними їх і роз'їбем. Зомбі, серфер, археолог. Я
Починаємо, як прийняли.
Ну що, родний?
You've got some open ground there, just running across there.
Плюс, пацани, починайте роботу. Ще один даю в дом далі.
Рух за мною, рух.
Прям в дом, нахуй.
Decent shots.
Братан, всі на своїх місцях чекають команди.
Плюс, сейчас разбил пидорасов.
Зомби, срочно закрепляться в доме тут надо. Давайте, пацаны, работаем.
So what's he got? Sort of an
Зараз ми вам,
AK-47
блядь,
there.
дамо пізди.
Все, ебашьте, я перебегаю нахуй.
So what he's saying there is shoot, I'm running across. Okay, you do not really, especially in an enemy occupied area, want to be running across open ground without covering fire. So always remember this: if you're going to be running across open ground towards a new location to get from point A to point B, make sure some part of your team or another team is providing fire support and that covering fire to hopefully keep the enemy's heads down while you run across the open ground and get into position. Don't just run across open ground willy-nilly.
Рекси, сука. Зараз малышини роблять діло.
Плюс
Getting closer.
Крой, демон, нахуяривай.
So they're assaulting a building
Я
here.
туда сейчас гранату ебану, братуха. Своя!
G's grenading. He's pretty decent shot with this.
Хуярь, зомби, хуярь! Кройте! Уебал пидорасу в окно!
See, look, he's using good bit of cover there. As long as you've got eyes on the enemy, you've got muzzle clearance, and you know you're providing good protection. Don't just stand out in the open. He's got good protection there. He's away from that sort of window. As long as you've got muzzle clearance, you're not firing rounds into that wall, then you're all decent. Okay, remember to use the cover around you. You've got to get in the open to fire that.
Загорелся! Тебе пизда нахуй! Я тебе говорил, Ванька, на Сибири бы оставался нахуй! Я буду тебя крепить до конца твоей жизни! Пи!
Хто, пацани, дивиться цей відос і знає, що він оставив оцих 2 чудесних карандаша отут в гаражі.
The stuff they say. I
Велетенське
said it in a
дякую.
previous video. You get all hyped up, adrenaline running. This is how you're going to speak, okay? Someone's trying to get you, you're trying to get them. Yeah, the adrenaline's pumping. You know, it's war. You're not going to be nice to each other.
Якщо зараз все нормально буде, то вони нам піздець як поможуть.
Jesus.
Дуда, по нам ТТВ очень плотно отработала, как принял.
Jesus. Something to do with a drone there. Not sure exactly what went off, but it was close. As you know, something quite loud and explosive is going to disorientate you, if not injure you.
Давай, работай, брат, мы тут сейчас пляшем. Давай, пойдем. Штурмовать, пойдем.
Look at them, fearless, these guys, absolutely fearless.
Федя, охуенно въебал.
Дякую.
Firing so much into this building.
Демон. Надо его отсюда переносить нахуй в комнату. Неси, давай, отвой.
Oh, he took a hit there, didn't he? Look at him. Jeez. Nice shot.
Охуенно, мужчины, охуенно.
That's that building collapsing.
Вроді оно, нахуй.
Федя, продублюй про 300.
Братан, легітимний в руку, не критично, вони хуяряться там, що льви.
Пацаны, красавчики, с другой стороны нахуй вышло сюда ряд, блядь.
There ain't much left of that building now, is there? Pretty destroyed. Now they're going in to do the final clearance. I always like to say an aim shot. Don't waste rounds. Look at the target. But with what these guys have been through, it seems to be working with them. You know, they're most probably not as highly trained as some armies, but they're doing a brilliant job. You know, just nitpicking. You know, just in the British Army, we're always taught to take an aim shot. Don't try to waste ammunition. See the target and engage it. But these guys have been through hell, and they're just trying to take the position. You know, you got a guy just up there. Like, it's a dangerous job. Look, watch this again. See, you know, try and watch your arcs. I'll show you in a second. He's engaging here, and he's got a friendly there. So, okay, so just obviously be careful with ricochets and stuff. They're doing a bloody good job. These are good soldiers.
Знімає камера там, да? Привіт. Пацани по 20 лет, по 18. Підорові бачить, сука, що дебіли. А ви, сука...
Exactly that. These are young lads fighting without fear. These guys are fearless.
Шлюхи обоссані довго сидите, на. Клубніку, сука, рвете в Польщі, бля. Заїбали, збирайте яйця, сука, в кучу, на. Фу, у мене все.
Парни, продублюйте, идем под посадкой. Все четко.
Absolutely brilliant. Fearless and courageous to their bones, these guys. At the beginning with the IDF going off, obviously IDF went off. The first thing they did was get into cover and get down. It's what you're going to do, okay? Don't just stand around and try and figure out what's going on. Shout contact, IDF, get down into position, get into cover, lay down in the prone, wait for it to stop, and then assess the situation and figure out what's going on. Moving next, they're trying to get across sort of openish ground with all their kit on, but there's a lot of obstacles, there's a lot of rubble, a lot of damaged buildings, so it's quite slow moving. and there's quite a high risk of injury. So you want to try and get across it as fast as you can and as safely as possible without sort of rolling an ankle, breaking a leg, falling over and hitting your head. So you've got to be very careful with that sort of stuff. Like, just because it's flat doesn't mean it's easy, especially when you weight it down with 20, 30 kilos of kit, body armor, helmet, ammunition, water, first aid, med kit, etc. And then assaulting these guys, the commanders are very clear and precise, and they give orders as the lads know what they're doing, and they know who's boss, and they know who's giving the orders. I have to say they're very, very calm and very good at delivering a set of QBOs. There's no like, oh, I think you need to go over here. This is what we're doing. Let us know when you're position. You give cover and fire. We're moving across grounds. And then when they do get into contact, that, you know, they try and maintain momentum as good as possible. They put a good rate of fire down, and they try and push forward as fast as possible, but as safely as possible, without obviously too much of a risk to themselves. So they don't do anything too stupid that they're taking loads of casualties. Remember, momentum is key, but you don't want to go too fast, miss things, or do anything stupid. And always in that initial contact, put a good rate of fire down, right? Win the firefight, and then slow down and start sort of preserving ammunition, and then assaulting the building or whatever it is you need to assault. Another absolute brilliant video to really open your eyes to what these guys are absolutely actually going through over there. Because yes, we've had the Afghan and Iraq war, but we've never really had a modern war like this, where two armies are going against each other, and one is generally trying to sort of go into the other country. So very interesting, I think, for not only veterans and soldiers, but people who have never been in the military, to see what it's actually like to be in combat and what these guys are actually going through. But thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and check out the original video description, and I'll see you soon.